My name is Beth Newberry-Gurney from U of L and Cybers here at Kenwood Station Elementary School in Oldham County, and we are talking to two second grade teachers, Connie DiMercurio and Amy Calvert, about their experiences with UFLI Foundations. So can you start by sharing some insights and just about your experiences implementing UFLI Foundations in your classrooms?
Well, the only literacy instruction I've ever used is balanced literacy. So coming back into the classroom, I just came across UFLI and started using it, and it was pretty easy to use. There was very little prep that needed to be done. It was pretty easy to use coming out the gate.
Straightforward of the manuals.
Yes. Yeah. And this is my second year using it, and I've just watched students blossom, especially coming like around February, March. They just start to show all of that background foundational work that we've put in for most of the year. It just starts to show.
That interleaved practice.
Yes.
And I can just ditto what Connie has said. I've actually taught with a program reader that has phonics brought into it, but just the way that the scope and sequence that UFLI follows, it all makes very much sense, and it's very, like Connie said, it's very easy to use, and that has been a great thing to be able to give that to the students and then watch them give it right back and show in their learning.
How has the scripted piece contributed, and how have you felt about that?
I love it, and it not only helps me set a routine, but it sets the students up for what's to come. They know what to expect, and they're able to easily transition. They know what comes next, and they're all prepared to just move into that next piece. So and if I, for some reason, forget some step, which I don't, but if by chance I would, they would call me on it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean that.
Yeah. All right. So what tips or guidance do you have for someone who may be new to using UFLI Foundations?
Okay. My biggest tip is just to jump right in. You read the manual, but even if you don't get a chance to read the manual at the onset, the steps are very easy to follow. And then as you start to dig into the curriculum, you'll say, oh, there's got to be a better way to do this step one. Let's go look that up. And then you look that up. And then there's those instructional videos as well. Do you want to see any?
And it's been great to be able to talk with our team and how's this working for you? How is something else, one of the other steps. We also had cards that had the script with each part, and that has really helped because as we came together in PLC, we realized that there were some things that we were doing differently, and so then that has been very beneficial to be able to use that and ask the students, especially on the word work part. I think that was the part that was the most challenging for us to know what to say exactly and how to say that. And like Connie said, just with the videos and being able to see other people using that has been very helpful.
And then for the student side, just having their supplies prepared in advance. We have a UFLI baggie that they just grab out of their box and they're ready to go. So that, whiteboard marker and eraser and all those tools that you might need, it's just easier for transition, and it cuts down on extra time added to the phonics block.
Yeah. All right. And were there any aspects of UFLI Foundations that you found surprising?
Yeah. I love that the why is there. So it's not just throwing a phonics skill out there and the students are left to tread water and figure it out. So all of the rules are there, and I'm learning right alongside with them. So, I have to now really focus after all these years, we won't say how many, but all these years of saying ing, I now know that it's a short I sound and it's ing. So I actually have to jut my chin out to say ing, because it isn't ing, and that's why students take that to paper, that E-N-G, because they're hearing and they say E-N-G. So I just find that the rules were, they're helpful to me. And now I'm in the ethics section, and so those morphemes, those students learning those affixes and the meanings to them has just exploded their vocabulary, and it really showed on the end of year testing too. Yes.
I think also one thing that was surprising to me is actually the mouth gestures and bringing that attention to the students and having them look and see the differences from one sound to another, and that has been very eye-opening to me, and I'm learning again right along with the students with the rules and the mouth gestures and just bringing that back and kind of the full circle that it takes when you're continually building on what they've already learned. And so that has been really great, and then to see that in their writing, and that's just been really exciting.
All right, and can you describe any challenges that have come up as you're implementing?
So I think at first it was the pacing. That took a little bit of time to hone. So sticking to those suggested time periods for each step. And, we've got that down pat now, I believe. And it's pretty easy, especially with the rules, to go down a rabbit hole and to, over-explain. It's really not necessary. I love etymology, so it's easy for me to say, oh, well, this came from, Latin, and so it's easy to go down that rabbit hole, and sticking to that suggested time, that they give you is important.
All right, and how has implementing UFLI Foundations impacted your students' phonics skills and their overall literacy development?
Well, I've brought some data because it has impacted my class tremendously. At the start of the school year in the fall, I had 3 students above grade level overall in reading, 7 on 11 below grade level. And now I have 17 above grade level, 3 on grade level, and 2 below grade level.
Oh, wow.
So that they moved tremendously. So from 11 below to 2. So it moved them. I have other more finite data, but I mean, we had reds and almost half yellows, and we have barely any yellow left. So we're mostly in the green at this time.
No red.
So yeah, no red.
Wow.
No red now. Yeah.
Well, even last year, we noticed once we started implementing that, the phonemic awareness and the phonics data was huge of growth. And then even this year, with students having had it last year in first grade and now with us in second grade, just the difference in what we've seen as far as their end of the year testing. So it's been great.
And then speaking to, one of my low, almost lowest readers in the class, her spelling has just blown up. And she will point out, hey, Misty, here's that morpheme est, that means most, and she will tell me. And so that's rewarding in itself, and that makes a big impact. So they'll carry that with them to third grade.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us.